welcome to the market color for today, the 3rd of February 2025. We're excited to have you all here during this period of the market color. All right, so once again, you're welcome to the market color for today, 3rd February 2025. During the period of this market color, we're going to be running you through the following currency pairs as we analyze. We're going to be starting off with GBP. We're going to be starting off with the dollar against itself, which is the dollar index. All right, beg your pardon. We're also going to be looking at Euro USD. We're going to be looking at GBP USD during the period of this market color. All right, so we're looking at GBP USD, Euro USD, and the dollar index, and then we'll be proceeding with looking at gold against the dollar, the yen basket, and one or two other yen pair in the other side of today's market color. So we're starting off with the dollar index. My name is CJ, and I'm going to be taking you through this first session of the market color. All right, starting off with the dollar index. Very interestingly, you can see that, you remember this old low that we drew out here on the dollar index a couple of weeks ago. We said that the dollar index might respect this low, seeing that this is the last range to the upside. This is the last swing. If you switch it to the weekly time frame, you can see this was the last swing to the upside. Price hasn't broken the upper and the lower boundary, so this just remains the swing of the buy trend until price breaks it to the downside before we start looking out for long-term sells on the dollar. All right, so for now we're just looking out for short-term sell on the dollar, and we're looking out for that with respect to the structure of the daily time frame. Now if you look at the daily time frame, you see that the structure of the daily time frame before now has been such that we were trading it continuously to the downside. That is what we've been doing on the dollar index, trading it to the downside. But then we said when price got to somewhere around here, we said if it breaks here, we're going to see it trade lower. But if it doesn't, then we expect to see it trade higher. So far, the dollar index has broken structure to the upside. You can see that right here. So I'll get rid of this so it's clear, and this as well. So you can see that price has broken daily time frame structure twice on the daily time frame, though the second one looks more obvious, but you can see price has broken this structure 2 times, and we're expecting that the dollar index has resumed its uptrend. So we're expecting further movement of the dollar index to the upside. This week opened seeing the dollar index trade back into the breaker block. So we can highlight this level as our breaker. Okay, so we saw this week trading into the breaker block. We're expecting that for the dollar index, from this place where it has traded into, we'll be seeing it push further above. So for the dollar index, I'm expecting to see it trade all the way higher and take out these liquidities residing above. So this is my expectation for the dollar index. It's just a one-way trip, trading to the upside and taking out all these highs. So we'll be looking to see all these liquidities being grabbed on the dollar index. If you also look at the 4-hour time frame, it gives you more detail analysis of what happened. So you can see the first break of structure here on the 4-hour time frame and the second break of structure here. So for this week, starting off from today being Monday, we might see the dollar index trade into this discount region, okay, and then this mitigation block right here before trading or connecting above. So this is what I'm expecting to happen this week on the dollar index. Okay, so price trades into this level and then continues trading above. So something like this is what I'm expecting to play out on the dollar index. So we can mark out the point where we're expecting it to trade into. Okay, so this is where I'm expecting to trade into. So we might see some sales for the dollar index at the beginning of this week, starting from today into Wednesday. However, we know that the target is a short-term target. We want to see it trade into this level here, and then we'll continue trading above. Another thing that is a concern for me is that on the daily time frame, we're also looking at the daily breaker. So this is the daily breaker right here. Price may actually trade off this daily breaker and continue. So I'll be using lower time frames like the 1-hour time frame to see which of these directions price will be moving to before I take my position. Now, looking at the 1-hour time frame, you can see that price has broken structure to the downside on the 1-hour time frame. So this is somewhat indicating that we might see some further sales for the dollar index into a deeper discount position before it trades above. So this shows that our first analysis on the higher time frame is correlating with what we are seeing on the lower time frame, and that is a good sign. So we're looking to see the dollar index trade into any of these places here or here, and then to resume its upward trend. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting on the dollar index. Now let's switch to Euro USD, and then we'll look at GBP USD afterwards. Now on Euro USD for the daily time frame, you can also see as well, just like we had on the dollar index, on the Euro USD, we've seen a clear break of structure showing us a sell trend on Euro USD. You can see that. So the trend was broken right here. I think that was on Thursday last week. You saw the clear break. On Wednesday, it wasn't so clear. On Thursday, it showed a clear break of structure. Right now, we might be expecting to see price retrace to this other block on the daily time frame, and then we will expect the continuous sales to the downside for Euro USD. So for today, I'm expecting a short-term buy of Euro USD into this level here, and then we'll sell it downward. So something like this. This is our projection for the daily time frame. And when it's coming down, it's going to take out all this liquidity residing here, all of them. We're expecting to see price take them out while trading to the downside. Okay, so let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, so on the 4-hour time frame, we had a break of structure quite earlier, somewhere around here. Okay, we had break of structure here, and we're expecting a retracement back to this level on the 4-hour time frame. So even to make it more precise, the other block we can be looking at would be this one here on the 4-hour time frame. So we'll be expecting to see price trade here and then sell off afterwards. So I'm expecting something like this. Okay, so this is my expectation on the 4-hour time frame. All right, so that is that on H4. Now let's look at the 1-hour time frame also. You can see that on the 1-hour time frame, price has been inching higher. We've seen that there is a big volume imbalance right here. This volume gap right here could initiate price to trade a little lower, fill it up, and move, because not sometimes when these volume imbalances are created, this is as a result of the demand of price towards a particular direction. And in many cases, price would fill it up before moving in that direction. Okay. And in this case, we are seeing that there could be a demand for the Euro USD to trade a little higher. Right. So that is why price opened all the way here. There's much buying power for the Euro USD. Okay, or buying pressure, I mean, on the Euro USD. So we might see it fill up this place again and then trade higher. So two things might happen on Euro USD. We might see it do something like this and then sell. Okay. Or it might just take a buy from here and then sell. So among these two analyses, you can see that the buy is constant. So we can wait for the buy. When it has traded into here, then you sell, because the sell is the predominant trend. Else, you can just take a quick scalp. If you see price showing signs of selling, you can take a quick scalp to this level, fill up here, and then take a quick scalp again upwards. Then you can take the swing trade to the downside. So I'm expecting this to play out. So either of these two will play out today. Now um, this is about an 85 pip range. So this is going to be quite an interesting period to watch on Euro USD. Right now, for me, what I'm looking to do is to see how Euro USD is going to play out, but I'm more for a sell into this level here and then a buy back to the upside. Okay, because if you look at microstructure, you're seeing that they are breaking structure to the downside. So we might be waiting to see if Euro USD is going to trade and fill up these imbalances right here, all the way here. Okay, so me, I'm waiting to see what is going to happen. If I start seeing entry signatures for Euro USD to the downside, I'm going to take that sell, because I mean, look at how many pips we're going to cover. Not so much, but about 30 pips. So that's a good scalp if Euro USD plays it out that way. So we can take a quick scalp of Euro USD into this place. Once it sells off here, we'll sell it in for a buy signatures. We'll buy it all the way here, and then wait for another sell signature, and then we'll sell it. If it plays out this way, then a lot of money is going to be made this week on Euro US, because I'm waiting for it in all direction. Okay. For some people, if you're very busy, you can set a limit order on the 4-hour time frame right here, especially those who like to take swing trades. You can set a limit order for Euro USD right here, and then just wait for price to do all the drama. Afterwards, you just take your sell to the downside. So this should be about 25 pips stop loss, and then the TP should be almost 200 if I calculated well. Yeah, 250 pips. So this is what I'm expecting on Euro USD. Going to be a good swing trade if it finally plays out. So you can wait it out, see it play out, and then take your entry. So you can set your limit order somewhere around here, and let's see how Euro US is going to drop when it retraces to this level. Okay, so that's that for Euro USD. Now let's move over to GBP USD before we look at gold. Now GBP USD, you can see that GBP USD didn't create any major structure on the 4-hour time frame since this move from here all the way upwards. Okay, but however, on the 4-hour time frame, it showed us some more clarity on what we're expecting. So on the daily time frame, GBP USD is still looking like it's in a buy trend. All right, so we can switch to the 4-hour time frame to get more detail. When I say GBP USD is in a buy trend, you can see that this was the last swing high, sorry, swing low, I beg your pardon, and then swing high all the way here. Okay, so this is the last swing high. This guy right here, I don't know what's going on in my charts. Okay, so this is the last swing high right here. So swing low, swing high. This is the last structure of GBP USD to the upside. Seems that price may be trading off this other block. We could see a movement on the 4-hour time frame to indicate a sell to the downside. Now on the 4-hour time frame, like I told you, you've seen that GBP USD has broken this structure right here. Okay, and then it used a week to week off or to make a stop punch run around this level here. So seeing that price has broken this structure, we might see GBP USD buy back into this level, just like Euro USD. When it buys back into this level, we'll be expecting a sell-off afterwards. So this is where we're expecting a GBP USD sell, very similar place to where we're expecting a Euro USD sell. Now for GBP USD, unlike Euro USD and dollar index, there was no much gap that was made to the downside. So we might not see GBP USD sell as much as Euro USD. The only place we might see it sell into is this gap right here. Okay, it might sell off into this place. So I'm not really interested in selling it off all the way there because I mean this is just about a 10 or 15 pips move. Okay, about 13 pips move, right? So I'm not really interested in seeing it sell into that level. But where I'm really interested in seeing it buy back from here. So if I see it sell into this place right here, let me even expand this all the way here. Okay, so if I see it sell into this region, I'll be interested in buying GBP USD all the way here, and then I'll be interested in selling it from this place to the downside. So this is my expectation on GBP USD, and here is the path. I'm expecting it to travel all the way here and then sell off afterwards. So this is what I'm expecting to see on GBP USD. Okay, a quick sell into this place, buy back here, and then sell off afterwards. So, all right, so this is what I'm expecting on GBP USD. For today, GBP USD, I'm expecting a short sell of about 10 to 15 pips to the downside, filling up the imbalance or the gap that was created with, at the new week open, and then to buy back all the way to 1.26500 region. Once it gets to that 1.26500 region, I'm expecting a sell. So for me, I'll most likely take the buy to 1.265 and then take a sell from that 1.265 to the downside. And I'll be targeting all these lows all the way to 1.235. That is my expectation on GBP USD, or at least 1.237, something around that region. So this is where I'm expecting GBP USD to trade to. And then a quick summary on Euro USD. For Euro USD, I'm expecting a quick sell into this region right here, 1.03983, and then a buy all the way to 1.04650 region, and then a sell to the downside. This is my projection for Euro USD this new week. Okay. All right. So let me know if you have any question. Let me know if you have any questions so that we can attend to them and then move over to gold and the yen basket. Okay. So we're going to go on a very short break for about 40 seconds to a minute. And then when we return, we'll be... Okay, let me just take one comment before we go on that break. D1 variation on GU confirms to sell. Yeah. So if you look quickly on GBP USD, let me show you clearly on the daily time frame. You can see this pattern right here where we had a struggling sell, we had a doji candle, and then we had this full-bodied sell candle. So you had the struggling sell, then a buy, a doji candle, and then this full-bodied candle. So you can see this three-candle pattern. All right, someone, I think Mr. Shei spotted it, which is very precise. This pattern here shows it's a pattern for reversal. Okay, if you see any time that you see that pattern playing out, usually a reversal takes place afterwards. So we do not have enough time. I would have gone ahead to show you previous instances where we saw that pattern play out and then a reversal took place. So this pattern is very good to spot when you're expecting a reversal. So we had this candle here, this body candle, the doji, and then this full body candle, clearing up all the movement of this first candle. So this is what we call a variation pattern, right? We use it to enter the market. We use it to also know market direction in terms of reversal. So seeing this play out, we're expecting the market to sell off afterwards. Okay, so that is that on GBP USD. Right after this very short break for about a minute or so, yeah, for about 1 minute, we'll resume and then continue the analysis for gold. Okay, so stay tuned and then we'll...
Everyone. All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Market Color brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. That was a very insightful and in-depth analysis from CJ, particularly what we've been seeing playing out on the SY moving forward and the other dollar correlated pair. Just as you've known that what we are seeing on BSY also give us some pre-information of what we should expect on the precious metal and also some other pairs too. All right, so this morning we'll be going quickly into the analysis of the precious metal, gold, and then from there we go to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket. Then we conclude with the other yen correlated pairs. All right, so let's quickly start with the precious metal. Now, if you look at it, you are going to observe that the precious metal currently is on a bullish trend. You can see all through on the weekly time frame particularly. However, we saw a very clean pattern just as Mr. Shei saw on the GPUSD not quite long ago, just as you see it there. You see that candlestick pattern. We have similar thing happening, and that is also giving us a pre-information of what we may likely see on gold this week. It's may mostly sell to the downside before we see continuation of its buy trend, probably next week or so. But this week, I'm of the opinion that we are going to see, yes, a retracement to the upside, then price continue its move to the downside, because we look at the lower time frame from the weekly on 4-hour time frame, we are going to observe trend line has been broken to the downside, and now we want to see how that price reacts all the way back up or continue its trend to the upside. Okay, so let's quickly look at it on the weekly time frame. We are going to observe that the bullish trend continues. However, last week was a bullish week for the precious metal, and as we've resumed this morning again, we've seen some level of push to the upside in the course of the Asian session. Then price is gradually pushing back again. All right, so let's check on the daily time frame. Now, daily time frame, we've seen our bullish trend line has been broken to the downside with the body of candle since last week Thursday. So on Friday we saw a bearish day, and today again we've seen price open bullish initially, and now we are seeing it moving all the way to the downside. Now, if we look at it very well, we are going to observe that we have more like a double bottom here where price came to actually test on Friday, and I'm of the opinion that there is high probability today into tomorrow we may see price coming all the way back down to clear the double bottom, then tap into this reference point. Now we are going to see the reference point much more clearly on the 4-hour time frame. Now, if you check the 4-hour time frame, you can see the double bottom there, how that price took out liquidity here and reverses back to the upside. And this is for those who have been having, if you've been setting pending order for weekends and you are just coming into the new week, maybe you met your SL being violated, including not even just the value of your SL alone, what we call slippage too in the course of the weekend into the new week. And this is just a very brief advice that if you use pending order, maybe during the course of the weekend, Friday, as the market is about to close, maybe you should remove it, because in the course of the weekend, a lot do happen. Not even now that we now have a very outspoken president in the United States that does, you know what I mean. All right. So now that we have this double bottom on the 4-hour time frame, we've seen how that price, we have the fair value gap inside of this place. That is where you see me mark here. And that's where I'm still expecting price when it bounces off this trend line, because the trend line has been broken to the downside. And when price retraces all the way back there and it starts setting to the downside, they want to see this double bottom taken out and price tap into this fair value gap. Then we may now see reaction all the way back up, either to clear the eye or price coming to trade into, there's a shoulder inside of this place. I know this is 4 hours, but if you refine it into 15, 30 minutes, you are going to see it. So price, tapping into that place, which also now correlates with the trend line, okay? So at that point where they both have confluence here, I'm looking to short precious metal here. I'm looking to short gold here. So that is it. That is the outlook for the week for me. Meaning I'm looking to buy all the way up here, then sell to clear liquidity, and then buy up again. So let's go to the lower time frame to see where exactly are the entry points are staying. Now, if you look at the 4-hour, 1-hour time frame, you are going to observe that just on Friday, after the sweep of this low here, after the sweep of liquidity here, price came all the way to tap into this low, and now we begin to see push to the upside. But moving forward, I'm still of the opinion that price is still going all the way to test this trend line before we can now see, sell to that our people high. However, where exactly are we going to see that happen? We can see after the jump, we see our price trace back to let fill the void that it created at the opening of the market. Now, are we now looking at? I'm seeing that price coming to this shoulder here. You can see the shoulder somewhere here. That is the first people high for this buy move that we are seeing here. The second POI being, if you go to your 15-minute time frame, you are going to spot that much more clearly. And this is it. Even though the clear of this eye that we are seeing here is with a jump and price coming to fill it. However, I'm seeing this is a shoulder here, but inside of that shoulder, we are seeing a liquidity being built before the market structure shift. So that is giving us a pre-information of what we should have here, that there is a high tendency price coming all the way into this place. Now, it may not clear this other block, this low, but price just coming to tap into this other block here, and we will just see price react from this, torso inside of this place. So I'm looking to see my buy inside of this zone for the precious metal, and this may be in the course of the New York session. Who knows? So this is the zone we are looking to buy the precious metal from, all the way into that 4-hour trend line. This is where you have to exit that the first POI because price is much likely come here, clear liquidity at this top here, then reverse all the way back down into our 4-hour POI before going all the way to take out this high again. All right. So that is for the precious metal moving forward. Now a quick one to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket. Now for the yen basket, you are going to observe that let's check it on the daily time frame. Now looking at the daily time frame, we have a very tiny POI resting just above this zone that we have here after creating the high here. So we see how that price is most likely to trade into this daily fair value gap. Now when price tap into that daily fair value gap, we now see price reverse back again to sell again, but knowing fully well that what we've been anticipating is this buy, then to come and clear the diagonal liquidity. All right, so that is what we've been looking out for the yen basket. All right, so if you check the 4-hour time frame too, you are going to observe we've not seen a market structure shift. Everything is still pointing to the upside, and that is why we are still of the opinion that price should still trade all the way into this daily fair value gap. Then from there we can easily now begin to short the yen basket down. All right, so if that is what we are expecting on the yen basket, then we should see the inverse direction on the GBP, JPY, and the other yen correlated pairs. All right, so if you look at GBP, JPY on the 4-hour time frame, the past few weeks, last 2 weeks has been a very sweet ride for GBP as it's been, trading up and down, clearing lows, clearing highs, just giving everybody full money up and down. All right. But this week, what we are expecting for GBP is this, because we are expecting the yen basket long into the daily fair value gap, then we should expect GBP to trade all the way back into this shoulder level. You can see after price takes out this liquidity level here. So we expect price to still come back again into this level. Now let me mark that level out for us to see. So this is where I am still expecting GPJPY to trade into in the course of the week for the first few days of the week. Like between today and tomorrow, we will likely see GPJPY trade into this level before going back to the upside. However, because of what we are seeing on GBP USD, now if GBP USD is weak, that is giving us a signal. Well, we'll still go to USD GPY. Now, because we are expecting a buy to sell on GBP USD, for GBP JPY now, what we're seeing on GBP JPY now is this, that we may just see a sharp move to the downside, then the buy would happen. When that buy begins, we are expecting price to trade all the way into this level we've marked for the past few weeks now. When price gets there, then we can now follow through with the overall sell of GBP all through. Does that make sense? So that is what we are looking out for GBP JPY, meaning all we want to see for GBP JPY is this price coming here, and when price gets here, we want to long all the way here, then became a very clear short to the downside. Does that make sense now? So that is for GBP JPY. And if you look at the now trade, what is the now trade that we can take on GBP JPY? You are going to observe now. I know some will be like, yes, we can buy from this place, but it doesn't look like it because this swing does not take out this high. So we can't buy from this level. Instead, we are expecting this low to be taken out and price coming all the way into this level. You see the confirmation of where we marked from the 4-hour here. So we are looking for price to come all the way into this level and recording stop to the upside. So that is for GBP JPY on the now trade for GBP JPY. So this is it. We are looking to long it from this level all the way back to the upside. Okay. So that is about 52 pips, and we are going all the way into the 4-hour time frame. Now for the USD JPY, we are going to observe for USD JPY if we are expecting some strength in the dollar before it begins to turn, then what should we look out for on USD JPY? So for USD/JPY on the 4-hour time frame, I'm seeing similar thing that USD/JPY would trade all the way to clear this low here that we have here as price is coming down. Come and take out this low here. Then we can now see the push back to the upside, knowing fully well that where we are still expecting USD/JPY to trade into is this particular split zone. So when price gets to this split zone, that is telling you we have a dollar strength to that level. Then we can now begin to short USD/JPY. All right. So that is the outlook for USD/JPY. And if you look at it for the now trend, you can see that price is ought to come, take out this low. And I'm even seeing where price may likely trade into, which is this other block that we are seeing here. So this may be the entry point for USD/JPY back to the upside, all right? Because we are expecting the yen basket to trade into its own daily fair value gap. All right, so that is it for USD/JPY. Oh, this is Euro/JPY, that's it there. And for USD/JPY, they have similar price action, exactly the same thing. So that is it on the USD/JPY too. Price has not really got into that flip zone, so we want to see the same thing, how the price will come all the way to take out this low here. Then we can easily pull back to the upside. All right. So that is all for the USD/JPY and all the yen correlated pair, including the precious metal too. So if there's any question, you can easily type in the chat box before we call it a day. If there's any question, just type in the chat box before we call it a day. And as you type, just remember that this month's opening for our training is currently going on. Registration is currently going on for the FS Bootcamp and also for the ATM cash flow. The ATM cash flow is going to teach you how to trade the synthetic market profitably, and also the FS Bootcamp, how you trade the currency market profitably with our own customized strategy that you can use in trading. So all you need to do is just reach out to us on any of our social media handles or on our WhatsApp line. Okay, so all you need to do is just reach out to us and we get you on board, and that is all, so that you too can take advantage of every of our analysis as we trade on daily basis. Does that make sense? All right. If there's no question, this is going to be the end of the market column for the London session. And as we meet again by 2 p.m. for the New York session, make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Once again, I'm Lake Moshiemi. Cheers and God.